Happy Sunday! We're going to start off our week with our weekly guidance. I'm happy to be here on a Sunday because I really enjoy, as I said last time, having the guidance go from Sunday to Sunday. So hopefully we can get back on track with that. We were doing it on Fridays. I enjoyed doing it on Fridays because it gave you a chance to watch the guidance over the weekend, but I really like doing this on Sundays. So we'll see, Fridays or Sundays, whatever works best. We will flow. Hi guys, yay. I'm feeling a little bit mellow. I probably need to eat something, and I had actually stacked up like a bunch of stuff to show you guys, some awesome vegan finds that I had discovered that are, I think, life-changing, and I was excited to show you guys those, but we're gonna do it another time. I had them next to me and I was like, I'm just getting hungry sitting here looking at these, so we're gonna do that another time. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is what we always do. We're gonna go to our cards. Hi, Susan. And for those of you that don't know, these are decks that I have personally created. I have 3 decks. This is the Blissful Knowing Inner Guidance cards. We're gonna use those. And we're gonna use the Zen Blossoms like we did last week also, which is our flower card. Ooh, I just realized I forgot to put on Do Not Disturb, and I'm getting messages, yikes. And then we've also got the Love is Everywhere cards, the Hearts in Nature. So we're gonna use all 3 like we did last week. I loved what we did last week. We mixed up the decks in our spread, and we're going to do what we have, what we want, what we need, and what we get, and then ask the heart cards for what can help us like we did last time. So we're going to do 2 cards from each of these decks, and then we'll do 1 from the heart. Hi, Jennifer. Yay. Oh, awesome. Yay. Okay. So we're going to start shuffling. And what do I have to tell you guys? Oh, my goodness. So much I can think about that I want to tell you, but we'll see. First thing is, next Sunday is our next private live stream, and we still have a few spots left if you want to join us. Hi, Debbie. I think we have 2 spots left. We might have 3 spots left. And I'm going to link the tickets in the comments, but you can go right now to the blissfulknowing.com to get your VIP ticket. You just go under the shop and under categories where it says live stream tickets, and you can get your ticket. Everybody gets a reading who joins us, a reading during the live stream. So that's Sunday around this time. I don't know what time it is actually, but it's Sunday 2 o'clock Pacific time and 5 o'clock Eastern time next Sunday. Woo, there's our first card. Okay, so, and for those of you who have never tuned in before, this is how I shuffle. I don't know how I started doing it, but I call it the magic shuffle because the cards jump out on their own. So that's the clicking that you're hearing while I'm chit-chatting away. Oh, I was going to tell you guys some past life stuff. I don't know if we have time to go into that, but you know, I've been posting lately about past lives and how they're really parallel incarnations of the same oversoul and all that technical stuff. But the past life stuff has really been coming through in my private sessions really consistently, and it's so fascinating to me. One of the recent sessions I did, it felt like she said she felt blocked, and it turns out that the past life was the reason why she was blocked, because of what happened in the past life gave her some I don't want to say fear of moving forward in the direction she wanted to go in, but we'll just use that for lack of a better term. So, oh, hi, Christy. So we'll say she was trepidatious about moving forward and really living authentically and being herself, because in her past life, she wasn't allowed to be herself. It was a threat to her life, to her safety to be herself. So once we recognized, it was so fascinating. Oh my goodness. Once we recognized that, there's our card. Oh, there's 2 cards. Uh-oh. That it was a past life subconscious fear, and we could let that go. We both felt like we could breathe again, and I love it because I was so tuned into her. So I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I can expand my lungs, and like you can now expand into who you really are because you've let go of that fear, that false belief that you can't be yourself fully. So it was so powerful, you guys. And what's amazing about the sessions too is that I always tune in right before I make the call, and I ask for some clairvoyant, whatever I need to see or know. And I had gotten a really amazing vision about her, but I didn't understand it at all. And so usually I find out during the session what it's about, and I sure did, and it all came together. It made so much sense. I wish I could tell you guys all the details, but out of respect for my client, I'm going to keep it at that. We did talk about on my post past lives, phobias, unexplained phobias, and how they're connected to past lives, as well as birthmarks can be connected to past lives. And I don't think we're going to be able to go into that now because we have all of our cards, so we're not going to have time. If I was still shuffling, I would go into all that. But I wanted to tell you guys about a couple examples of my very bizarre phobias. They're so strange, and you'd be like, why would you be afraid of that? But that's an example of the past life connection. So we'll have to talk about that another time. We have all of our cards. We actually have an extra card for what we want today, so that's going to be interesting. Let me just ask my pendulum really quick and double check here. Yeah, we're going to have quite a bit to go through, so we better stay on task. All right, get everything set up for you guys, Jennifer. Okay, awesome. Oh, wait, let's wait on that. Okay, so what we have from the Bliss deck, shift your focus. Shift your focus. Well, my focus has been shifting quite a bit. It's true. Oh, I have about 3 different possible outcomes for my year, and I don't know which way I'm going to go. And I've been telling myself, because the anxiety is coming in, because of course my ego wants to control and know everything that's going to happen, and there's no way of knowing until the time. And I've been reminding myself I don't have to figure this out right now. So I want you guys to think about that. If you catch yourself in that self-talk loop and your physical mind is trying to work out a solution, which your physical mind is not designed to do that. Only the higher mind is designed to do that. The physical mind perceives, the higher mind conceives. Then you want to be aware, bring yourself back into the present moment and say, I don't need to figure this out right now. I will know what I need to know when I need to know it, and not a minute sooner. Not a minute later, not a minute sooner. So that's where I've been at. So maybe that's what this is about. It says we have shift our focus. So we've been shifting our focus. I'll read the card. While it can be helpful to share what's on your mind, repeatedly discussing a problem or challenge can add energy to whatever it is that's troubling you. Rather than inflating the negative situation with worries and complaints, consider the benefits of keeping your conversations as positive as possible. If it's not a subject you can speak hopefully about, it may be best to shift your attention towards something that is going well. Focusing on the things that you feel good about is the fastest way to resolve those things that concern you. Shavai Debbie. Shift your focus. It says we've been shifting our focus. So I hope you guys have been shifting your focus away from things that are stressing you. We have the numerology this month has been 5 and 2, and 5 can be really fickle and obsessive, and 2 can be really anxious and indecisive. So if you have been feeling a lot of confusion, I think we've got the Pisces energy too, which I think adds to that now. If you've been feeling a lot of confusion about how things are going to play out, or back and forth trying to decide, or just sort of over analyzing, this is telling you to shift your focus. Hopefully you have. Hi, David. Okay, so what we want, we've got 2 cards. These are 1-word cards, so we'll be really curious to see what they are. Oh, we got this last time for our want card. Allowing. That's amazing. Allowing. We want things to unfold naturally. We want to let them happen. We don't want to force them. We don't want to try to control them. We don't want to try to make something happen. We want the universe. We just want to be open to receiving and allow the universe to show us what we need to do. Inspire us to take action. That's what we want. We've got a second card though. This was our last week card too, so they're really bringing it home with that message. Attentiveness. We want attentiveness. This is about being in the present moment. And the reason why I picked attentiveness, this I think was actually the wallflower. Last week I thought I had the wallflower and it was a wandflower. This is, I think this is a wallflower. Anyway, if you look close, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's about the size of a quarter, this flower. And it's got these beautiful scales. Can you see those like fish-like kind of scales on this pattern on the petals? Hi, Amy. Can you guys see that? If you have the deck, you can check it out. Anyway, the reason why I picked attentiveness for this image is because anybody could walk by this flower and never notice the beauty of it, never notice all those fine details on the petals. You've got to be really present and paying attention to see something that beautiful on something so small. So what the cards are telling us for what we want is that like I just said when we opened up our live stream, was we want to be able to stay present and allow things to unfold, not force things. Hi, Bob. Not push things, not attach to outcomes, not try to control things. We want to just stay in the present moment and allow the unfolding. That's what we want, and I certainly resonate with those cards. Let's see if we can fit everything on our display today. It's quite a few cards, but we will see what we can do. So here we have allowing again. Guys, we really need to pay attention to that one because that is 2 weeks in a row. All right, so we got to stay present. We've got to make sure we're not focusing on things we don't want. All right, so what do we need? Oh my gosh, you guys, we got these cards last week. This is tripping me out. We need bigger pictures. But last week we got it for the have card. Now it's saying we need bigger pictures. So we need to remember that there's a bigger picture. There's a reason that things are happening in the timing and the way that they are. And it's so hard for our physical mind to understand that perspective because the bigger picture is the higher mind's perspective. So we have to remember everything's happening for a reason. Everything is serving us. Even if we don't understand it, everything can lead us to where we want to go. It can look confusing, but we've got to remember there is a divine order to things. So let me read bigger pictures for you guys. And this makes sense for me, so I hope this resonated for you guys. All right, bigger pictures. You may not understand the reasons for what is happening right now, but there is comfort in knowing that a bigger picture remains to be seen. Even though things in your life may seem random, there is a divine purpose and order to each of them. When you look back at pivotal moments in your life, you can see that they were necessary to bring you from one point to another. Trust the process of life and know that one day you will have a clearer understanding and an enlightened viewpoint. And I will tell you, this has played out so many times in my life. In fact, I used to say that was a Joryism. Before I ever wrote any cards, I said, oh God, I don't know if I can get my quote right, but I was saying, I take comfort in the knowing that everything has meaning and that a bigger picture always remains to be seen. And it's so hard when you're in the middle of it and it feels chaotic and you don't understand why things are happening the way they are. But when you do look back, you can see, you can get clarity and you can say, oh, if I hadn't done that, it wouldn't have led me to this. If I hadn't had that relationship that was maybe not so healthy, I wouldn't have been able to shape my preferences and know what I want when I do align with this new relationship. So bigger picture, so important to keep that in mind. We just don't always know why things are happening, but we do need to trust that it's all part of the plan. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Kimberly. Comments are coming so fast, guys. I haven't been able to acknowledge all of you. I apologize. I've seen some names flying by. All right, so interesting that we got two of the same cards that we got last week. Like Groundhog Day. All right, so we have one more card for what we get, and then we're going to ask the heart cards what will help us. Hi, Jamie. Yay, you made it again. All right. What do we get? Let's see if this is the same card as last week. I'm going to freak out if it is. No. Oh, this makes me happy. This is so good. We have not had this card. I don't even know if we ever had this card. What we get. Wish. Wish. Hi, Shane. Wow. I don't think there's anything better than getting our wish. Let that sink in for a minute. Of course, I chose dandelion for wish because people make a wish and they blow their little dandelions. So the cards are telling us if we can stay focused in a positive direction, be present in the moment, allow the unfolding, and trust in the bigger pictures, we will get what it is we have been asking for, what we prefer, we will get it. And the universe knows best what we want. I was at the point this week where I had those three choices, not even choices, three possible timelines, three possible avenues where my life could go. And I said, I don't even know what I want. I really don't even know if I know what I want, but I know that my higher self knows what I want. I know that. So I have to trust that that's where I'm going to end up. My higher self's taking all the notes based on the life that I'm living, the life experience that I'm gathering up. I'm automatically shaping preferences and sending those to my higher self automatically. So it says we're going to get our wish. Oh my goodness, guys. Woo! That's a happy note to end on, but we have one more card. What will help us, and that's the heart card. So let's find out about that. That just gives me a really warm, fuzzy, like the flower feeling. I have this feeling of contentment. It's like I can relax, again, like this card, allowing, relax in the knowing that it's all coming together and I'm going to be in a positive place wherever I end up on those three, whichever one of those three avenues I take, it's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a positive outcome. So that makes me feel like I can really relax and let go of all that self-talk that's trying to figure out the answer, which there's no way we can figure out the future because we're birthing it every moment. We are creating the future from the now. So there is no set, crystallized future right now. There's a high probability. There are high probabilities, and there are things that we create in our template level reality that we will manifest soon. But as far as reaching out long term, that's not official at all in any way. Things are always in flux. So one more card. What will help us from the heart deck? Growth. Okay. This to me is reminding me of the allowing flower. Let me get a better picture for you guys. Let's see. I feel a little mellow today, guys. How are you doing? Let's see. I just need to eat. I haven't eaten since I had my smoothie this morning. All right, growth. This was cool. I took this picture in Maui at this amazing plantation. It was my favorite part of my trip to see coffee beans growing and pineapples growing. It was so beautiful. Anyway, this is 2 leaves growing between 2 tree trunks, sprouting out in a heart shape. So growth. So what I'm hearing is this is about expansion, and we have to trust the process. Again, the natural process, just like these leaves, that we're growing and expanding all the time, taking one step at a time, but allowing the natural process. Trust in our expansion, know that life is inspiring us to become more, and we don't really need to know all the answers as long as we know that things are moving and growing towards more of what we prefer, towards our wish. So remember that everything that's happening is part of our growth, inspiring our growth. And growth to me is just a really positive word. Again, I'm hearing the word expansion over and over. So we're going to focus on expansion. Things are happening for our expansion. And sometimes things may look like they're going in the opposite direction of expansion. And that would be a contraction. And that's part of the process. Just like our lungs expand and contract, just like the tide, how it pulls back and then it comes to shore. Everything that's part of nature, everything contracts and expands. So if you feel like you're stuck, if you feel like you're not growing, you're not expanding, just know that the contraction is part of the process. We go within, we look for the answers, and then we expand back out once we have them, once we have the inspiration to take the action. So don't be too hard on yourself, guys, if you're feeling like you're contracting. Just know that you're still growing, and that in the bigger picture, you will see that this was you growing, and it was part of the process of your growth to get your wish. I like it. I'm sticking with it. Woohoo! All right, guys. I feel like it was short, but it probably wasn't. It's just that time flies when you're having fun. Okay, so once again, I will not be here next Sunday because we're doing our private live stream, which we try to do once a month. And if you'd like to join us, I will link the tickets, 2 or 3 tickets left. If you're not part of our Good Vibe Tribe yet, definitely join that, because that's how I post the live stream events so that you get your invites. Also, if you're not part of Jory's live stream library group, you can sign up there. Not sign up, but you can join that, and then you can be notified when I'm going to come on live. So I know a lot of you guys like to be notified in advance. So that way you can join live, because it's more fun live. Anyway, I didn't get to read your comments, guys. I'll have to read what you're saying, but thanks for being here. And so I won't see you Sunday, but I might come on during the week to talk about the past lives more, and the phobias and the birthmarks, the connection there. And I also want to come on and show you guys some of my favorite vegan finds that are so yummy. If you're looking to reduce your amount of animal consumption, animal product consumption, it's amazing right now that we are just in this beautiful time where there's so many yummy alternatives. So it's wonderful. It's really easy to eat less animal products now, and you can do it without sacrificing any flavor or health. It's beautiful. Anyway, guys, I will talk to you soon. Thanks for being here. Please say hi if you're watching the replay, and I hope to see you this week. If not, it'll be in 2 weeks, or I'll see you in the private live stream, which would be great, on March 3rd. So I'll post the details about that. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.